Hi, my name is Peter Parsons, and I'm an applications engineer with Promess Incorporated. I'll be talking to you today about one of our standard products, the Promess REMAP. I'll be describing what the REMAP is and how it works, some applications and industries that it's used in, as well as what a REMAP cycle looks like in the Promess UltraPro software. The REMAP, or rotational electro-mechanical assembly press, is a marriage between the two processes that Promess is known for best: precision pressing and precision torque. The Promess REMAP is able to handle both of these actions at the same time, creating opportunities for functional testing as well as some more niche applications. The REMAP is capable of forces between 1 and 60 kilonewtons and can extend its stroke length up to 400 millimeters. The rotational axis can output upwards of 200 newton meters and is capable of rotating at speeds of up to 250 RPM. Each of these axes has its own independent motor, its own independent sensor, and its own independent data that is sending back to the Promess UltraPro controller. The first thing to understand when it comes to the REMAP is that two separate processes are taking place independently, combined into one solution. There is a positional side of the REMAP, which handles the position and the force, as well as the rotational axis, which handles the angular position and the torque. The REMAP operates with power coming through the safety drive enclosure to both of the motors. The positional motor then turns the ball screw, which engages the press ram to extend. The rotational motor operates in the same fashion, however this relies on a belt between the motor and the ball screw itself. So the motor turns here, the belt transfers that rotational motion into the spline shaft that surrounds the ball screw. This handles the rotational aspect of the REMAP. There may be gearboxes within the structure as well, depending on the application. The positional portion of the REMAP receives sensing data from the load cell located here. The rotational uses a torque transducer located here. Both of these sensor values are sent to the digital signal conditioner, which then connects to the UltraPro controller, allowing the data to be seen in the software. Both sensors send separate data, resulting in the ability to create combinations of graphs using force, torque, and other metrics. Some applications that the REMAP has been used in include critical threading, roll forming, and seal insertion and verification. The REMAP, due to its more niche applications, is used in many different industries, such as transportation, research and development, and defense. One example from the transportation industry is a critical threading application. A customer came to Promess with an application that involved threading two pieces of a hydraulic component together. This process was critical to both quality and safety. If the components weren't assembled properly, it could cause the system to leak or, in some cases, explode. If the customer's quality check was not exact, it could create a hazardous environment for the people buying the product. The application that Promess created to solve this issue used a REMAP as well as spring-loaded tooling to press the part and critically torque it. The parts can be thought of as a bolt and a nut needing to be assembled together. In order to assure that the threads connect properly, the REMAP would extend the press ram into the second part. Once the spring-loaded tooling makes contact with the second part, the system rotated backwards until a drop in the force on the linear axis was detected. This would indicate where the threading began for the two components. At this point, the system is able to assemble the two parts using a joined axis, which is able to create a ratio between the press extending and the rotational axis rotating, emulating the pitch of the system, allowing for the system to be torqued together without putting any unnecessary pressure on the threads of the component. The system is then able to critically torque the part together, ensuring perfect assembly every time. Next, we'll take a look at the UltraPro software to see what the graphs of this cycle look like. As you can see here, we have two graphs set up to record the application's data. We'll start with the first one. This is a force versus angle graph. We are putting a very light load on the part using spring-loaded tooling with the linear axis. The part will now rotate from 0 to negative 360 degrees using the rotational axis with this light load applied. As you can probably see, there is an obvious change to this graph where force was rapidly lost. Here, it's at about 270 degrees. This is the moment where the remap recorded a drastic loss in force, meaning we have overcome the end of the spiral of the thread and have found the starting point for screwing these parts together. We can see another example of this where the remap has located the falloff at 175 degrees. Now, with this point cataloged by the UltraPro software, we can move to the second phase of the application. Using the start point found in the first phase, we can now confidently engage the interlocking threads together and begin rotation. We can see the initial torque started here on this torque versus angle graph. Then, the torque remains consistent as the nut is threaded along the screw. Finally, we see the bolt completely seated as the torque bottoms out against the end of the screw. This means this was a successful application, and we can move on to the next part. As you can see, the adaptability of the Promess REMAP makes it a versatile tool on any factory floor. If you'd like to learn more information about the REMAP or any of Promess's other standard products, give us a call at 810-229-9334, or you can visit our website, promessinc.com. Thanks for watching.